My name is Kai Lenny. I'm a professional water athlete, born and raised on this island of Maui, Hawaii. And this weekend we're in for doing this big wave training camp. Pretty exciting because what they have in store, I'm not totally sure, but we're gonna be learning a lot of important things that, well, could be good for my survival as well as my performance. Got a pretty good roster of people, some of these remarkable athletes that make up and comprise our incredible big wave team.
My name is Walsh.
Justine Dupont.
Eli Hanneman.
Chumbo.
Izzy Gomez.
The health risks of big wave surfing is pretty extreme, and that's partly why we're very focused on getting our mental strength up to par, as well as the physical side of things, making sure our being is ready to cope with a 50-foot wall of water that's tumbling down on you. Basically the equivalent of an avalanche and getting hit by a car and you have to hold your breath the entire time. And piece that together with a razor-sharp reef that's as hard as concrete, it can hurt.
For sure, you can stay too much time underwater, getting hit with a board or get injured for sure, but you have to reduce the risk with the training.
Yeah, let's get down, get your shoes on your bullshit. Shoes right there lined up nice and neat.
My name is Nick Hawks and I do stress inoculation for high performers. Stress inoculation is exposing athletes or any high performer to varying levels of stress and building it up so that they can handle more and more as we go on. So just like you lift heavier and heavier weights as you got stronger and stronger, stress inoculation is the idea that we give you a little bit of stress and a little more and a little more until we create a well-rounded athlete, well-rounded performer capable of doing anything under any kind of stressful condition.
You're not gonna hit the face, nothing around the side, nothing in the back.
What we're going to be doing here in Hawaii is exposing the athletes to a little bit of stress in varying forms. So whether that's athletic and physical stress or a little bit of intellectual stress where they've got to think under pressure, or maybe just emotional stress, getting close to people, physically touching each other, roughhousing. We can affect how stressful an activity is by using blindfolds, by putting people together, by making them work in odd ways.
That's it. Kai, it's on your right knee. Pick it up, straight back forward to me. To me.
So we're going to start off this stress inoculation with some pretty simple and pretty fun stuff, and we'll work up and it'll get progressively less fun, progressively more difficult, until we expose them to what we think is the worst possible outcome they could ever have on a wave. Some of it's top secret.
Being a big wave surfer, you don't really get to practice all that often. You know, I sometimes think, how good would I be at big wave riding if I got to ride a big wave every single day? And that's why I do rely on these kind of exercises to simulate what big wave riding would be like.
Down. You want to put your body through the worst before you're actually in that situation, so you're kind of like adapted and ready for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, up, up.
Yeah, getting pounded by a big wave it's almost not comparable to any other force just because it's so like unpredictable and so powerful, but just like we were doing with the breath holds, like if you go underwater and close your eyes and have someone just push you around and flip you and do all random movements that are really awkward, that's about the closest thing, but even then it's still nothing. It's nothing like the real deal.
Find the line up. Find the line up.
The wave just hit you. Yeah. Great simulation.
Yeah.
Are we all getting in one car?
There we go.
Where are we going? All right, guys, so what is coming next is our best efforts at getting you guys as close as we can to what we think is the worst thing possible for you guys.
Get more than 2 waves to hold down.
Okay? Basically falling off and then being held down. You're gonna go in and do a simulated hold down. Go into your breath hold, so you're gonna use what you guys have learned, and we are gonna take you out in the helo one at a time.
No.
Tyler's managed to get a helo. You're gonna hit the water, underwater, 3 somersaults, come up, get your breath. That's our little simulation of something going slightly wrong.
I don't go first.
Other than that, order's up to you guys.
So
practice using the techniques, practice your breathing, practice your visualization, right? Pre and post performance routines. You slip and fall.
Well, I guess that's like surfing, right?
Bigger wipeout.
Right.
We'll get that whip knocked out and really get a good
Nervous?
A little bit. When I was in the airport, I was like little sketchy, little scary looking. But yeah, for sure, when I got in on the heli, I just like, yeah, now it's the time. Let's put all this training together, let's do it.
Are you guys offshore there? Anything I see out here?
When we hit the water, was like almost a big wipeout when we fly from the wave and like hit the water like last year I did at Jaws. After I took that pounded from the heli, 3 flips, just like, okay, this is a wave hold down, swimming, like maybe running from one wave and look at another wave and then now hold again.
Diaphragm, chest, shoulders.
Go against the water, take your time and go. And then that's the worst part for me because when I got too deep, I got the pressure on my ears and I just like try to take the pressure out. And then when I come up, I just said, okay, I'm okay. But if I had to go again, I'm ready to go again. That was pretty cool. That was like a best training I ever had for Wipeout.
Jumped out of a helicopter today. That was fun. That was a really good simulation to kind of get some adrenaline going. You have the noise of the helicopter, you have the wind from the blades in your face, and you're kind of balancing on the skid right outside above the water, and that was exciting. Hop in a helicopter, fly pretty far out into the ocean, jump out and go straight into a scenario where you gotta get down and hold your breath as long as you have to.
How was it?
Fun. So fun.
Yeah?
That's a really almost a wipeout. Actually, I learned so much here. So many techniques, keeping the mind clear, keeping relaxed, and get your breath.
It's on!
Most of the time we have that scenario, it's really uncontrolled. So it was really fun to be able to go through that in a controlled environment and to be able to really push yourself.
What'd you think?
That was like probably the sickest thing I've ever done. Nice. I feel like the force out of like jumping out of the helicopter was similar to what you would feel if basically you get caught at the top of a huge wave and have to just get slammed over the falls.
Yeah.
And having to do the flips and stuff definitely threw me off. So it felt like you almost like when you come up from a like one hole down and you kind of don't know where you are for a second. That kind of felt like that for sure.
Good job.
For sure, was one of the best experience I ever had. I feel I'm really on good hands, and I just like feel I'm ready for this season now.
Sick.
Love you guys.